Hi guys, it's Annie aka the Noctrader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. Today is Wednesday the 12th of June 2019. I'm going to give you a technical analysis breakdown of some UK and US stocks. You know what I'm going to ask you to do next. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Noctrader on all social media platforms. And if you check the description section below, there's a link to my mailing list. If you join my mailing list, you get priority access to my free training course I'm creating for beginner traders. And you also get weekly emails with my latest videos and a spreadsheet that gives you my entries, my exits, my stop losses, and the reason behind all my trades. Well, not all my trades, but some of my trades. Okay, let's get straight into it. So I got 2 UK and 3 US stocks today, actually, and a third UK stock. Well, not UK stock, but I'm going to cover DAX first because it was asked by one of my subscribers. One of the subscribers asked to cover DAX. It's a real quick one for me with DAX, to be honest. I haven't really got any real thoughts in it right now because of, if you look at the daily chart, DAX is in kind of like a weird position right now where it's climbed for quite a few days. And now it's like it's climbed above this line, which is at 1210, and it doesn't know whether it wants to shoot up or it wants to retrace. I haven't really got enough information based on technicals to really tell me whether it's going to carry on going up or start retracing down. The MACD is kind of flat, the RSI is kind of flat. So this isn't something I would trade right now, just because there's nothing, no real signals are telling me anything in any real direction. The only thing I would say is that the MACD on the 4-hour chart, not the MACD, the 180-day simple moving average on the 4-hour chart has finally gone underneath price. So that could tell me that DAX is probably going to be on a bullish run. But as you know, I like confluence. I like to see lots of different indicators all tell me the same thing. So the 180-day simple moving average might be telling me it's bullish, but nothing else is really telling me the same thing. So I couldn't confidently trade this yet until I have other signals, other supports and resistances, or other indicators that I've used to tell me that it's going up. But so yeah, I wouldn't do anything with DAX right now. Actually, before I get into all of the other stocks, I want to actually, I thought I'd cover what's going on in the market as a whole. So on film this, if you look at the daily charts of all of the major indices minus FTSE, it's been a red day apart from the Russell 2000, but it's been a slightly red day. It's not been major red day, but like Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Nike, Euro Stocks 50, and DAX all been red days. And to be honest, I think that's attributed to some fundamental news. So the Fed reneged their promise to cut interest rates. Now, if you remember, in a couple of videos ago, I spoke about this, how the Fed had previously said, oh, they might cut interest rates, and I said, don't believe them until they actually do it, because a lot of the times they may use suggestive language about cutting interest rates to stimulate the market, and that's what I think happened here. They, just by saying they're going to do it, is going to actually give the market a little bit of boost. And now that they've reneged on the fact that they said they're going to do it, the market's reacting in the adverse way, so it's going down now. Also, with expectation, there's expectations that at the G20 summit, Trump and China's president could re-engage in trade talks, but Trump has kind of said that he's holding up the trade talks. So there was a bit of promise. People were thinking that that would be an opportunity for them to talk and hash out a trade agreement. But because Trump has said that he's not really willing to do that right now, that's kind of an extra negative news for the market. So those two in combination is why I think the market was, we had a red day today. Hopefully it will be factored in and it won't be red for much longer. But because these two things are very integral to the world economy, it might be red for a couple of days, but we don't know. It might just be today, and then it might carry on going in this bullish move as it was going before today. So with that information, that's you need to know that when you start looking at the charts. So the first one I'm looking at is IAG. IAG is one that I've been following for quite some time. It's been doing what I expected it to do. It's been selling off. If you look back to my older videos, from when it was about here, I said it's going to sell off and it's going to go past the support line, and it's been doing that. Every time it's sold off, it will be retraced for a bit before selling off some more. I think it's still the same here. It's still going to carry on selling off. The MACD, RSI, all curving downwards. Looks like it's going to carry on. On the weekly chart, yeah, it looks like it's kind of it might have found a bed here. I don't know if it's going to carry on going any further, but the weekly chart looks like it might have flattened out a little bit. But the 180-day simple moving average is above price and curving down, so we don't know if it's going to sell off even more or it might retrace. But just based off of this chart, yeah, it could sell off some more, but I'm not sure yet. That's why I'm just going to wait it out. This is not the best trade for me to take, because I feel like the trade should have been taken around here if you were on a short, and here again, but it might go down some further. It's a decent position to take a short position because you can risk 13 pips and make potentially more. And to the next one is Next. Next is another one. Next, it's the UK retailer. Retailers are really struggling right now, as you know. Let me see. On the weekly chart, looks like it's going to start selling off, to be honest. Right here was when it started selling off, and it went down to here. Here again, it's been trying to break out of this position for some time, and MACD, RSI, and the weekly chart all look like it's about to start selling off on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, much of the same. But what I'd say is that before you take a short position should be taken, if you were to take one, this grey line at 5545, it needs to really break this line. It's right now it's acting as support. If I'd want to short this, I'd expect it to break it and to the downside before taking a short position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert just below the line. Actually, I'll set an alert here. So if it hits this line and then breaks down, then I'd say yeah, a short position can be taken. You don't want to preempt it, because for all we know it can start climbing again. MACD, because the 180 simple moving average is below price and it's kind of flat, so we don't know if this is just like a short-term like channel before it carries on breaking out, or if it's going to sell off. So we need to really have some sort of confirmation before taking a position on this. And to the US stocks, ADNT. This is the one that I took a position in. It's not looking good. I was up £70 before, and now I'm down about £50. So, and I said in my last video, this is a key position. The 188 simple moving average on the daily chart the price needed to break above this to really confirm the bullish move. And right now it's acting as a resistance. Price came up to it and then it kind of broke back down. So hopefully, it will carry on going up. This might just be one red day and then it'll carry on moving up. As you can see here, when it was making this bullish move before, it had a couple green days. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green days, then one red day. Here it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days. So it's kind of due a red day. So I'm not too worried about this. If it carries on going down some more, then I might have to exit my position. But one red day after 7 green days, that's to be expected, to be honest. I just need it to break out of this 180 days simple moving average to really confirm the bullish move. But I'm still in my position. I'm down £50, but you haven't lost the money yet until you close out your position, and I still think it's going to carry on going up. The only thing that's given me a little bit of cause for concern, I say, is that the RSI and MACD kind of flatlines, but in the grand scheme of things, that can happen even in a bullish move. It can flatline and then go up. I feel that this red day as well might also be partly attributed to the fundamentals that I told you before about the Fed saying they're not going to cut interest rates, and the Trump refusing to really have some meaningful talks with the China president at the G20 summit. So this might just be due to fundamentals, and then once today's kind of got out of the way, tomorrow it might kind of climb up again. So we'll see about that. But I'm still in a position, and I'm still long ADNT because I still think it's gonna make its way at least to $29. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm still in it. Next one is Do. This is one that I was in a position with before, but then I kind of exited it. Made a little bit of money, but I could have made more if I stayed in it. And it's done exactly what I thought it would be. It retraced down to here, and then now it's selling off some more. I feel like it's going to carry on selling off. Yeah. 180-day simple moving average, as we know, is curving down. It retraced back to the previous support line as a resistance, and then it sold off some more. On the weekly chart, yeah, I just think it's got more to sell off, but we don't know where it's going to go because, as I said, it's uncharted territories. I think it's still got further to go, mainly because Right, let me see. Let me show you. Mainly because it still needs to break out of this line. I feel like MACD RSI gonna sell off some more. Once it breaks out of this line, who knows how much further it can go. I used Fibonacci to kind of as an indicator of where it could potentially drop down to even further. So I'd say, I think I drew this line before, but it didn't stay. This would be like a profit taking zone, I'd say, if you were to short it. If it breaks this line, I'd say short it and to this position, and then set the stop loss just above this line. So yeah, and then finally CL, crude oil, US crude oil. US crude oil. This is heavily influenced by fundamentals, but oil has been selling off. There's so much I could say about oil, but I might even make a whole video on it. Oil has been selling off for some time. This is kind of what's contributed to the crisis in Venezuela. I could go into all of that, but yeah, price has been forward selling off. It retraced for a little bit, and now it's selling off some more. I wouldn't be surprised if it sells off all the way back to its previous support line here. It retested this old resistance line, old support line as a resistance, and then sold off some more. So I'd say the next level of support would be somewhere like here. Nah, I just think it's gonna sell off some more. Look at this. On the daily chart, the MACD RSI kind of all telling me selling off some more. 180-day simple moving average curving down. Price sold off. What I'd expect now, because it sold off quite a bit for like 3 days. Last time it did this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days. It spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 days just moving sideways before selling off again. So I think if it doesn't go down again tomorrow, which it potentially could, because I feel like it's got further to go. If it carries on selling off tomorrow, it'll probably be followed by about 3-4 days of just sideways movement before selling off some more. But I still think it hasn't gone all the way down as to the bottom of where it's gonna go. Yeah, let me just try a fib on here as well. See if there's anything to be gained from doing a Fibonacci here. Nope. Let's try it here. Nope. Yeah, Fibonacci doesn't work all the time, but sometimes you just have to just mess around and see what's gonna happen. If you go from here to so this was 38 level, this is the 50% level, this was the 61% level, so it could potentially sell off all the way to the bottom. Yeah. So these are the stocks I've covered. Free UK, free US, aka the Noctrader signing out.